Hey guys, remember back on Tuesday when Wilma and I went for that scooter ride and we found that market that was in, I think it was called Zamboguita?
Yes, Zamboguita.
Zamboguita. So it was a very nice market, but it was not open on Tuesdays. It's open once a week on Wednesdays. So the next day, Wednesday, guess where we went?
We went back.
Back to Zamboguita. So it's a very nice market and a lot of vegetables there, and the prices were really good.
Yes, they're a lot cheaper and fresh.
Yeah, and distance-wise, for us to go from here to Dumaguete or here to Zamboguita in time, it's the same time, but there's just no traffic out that way.
No traffic at all.
Yeah, the road is 4 lanes wide, and it's just clear sailing all the way there. So we went back with the scooter, and we picked up vegetables. So we think we're going to go back every 2 weeks to get our vegetables, right?
Yes, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So we had a good time. So we also noticed they had a lot of garden utensils there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a funny story. We wanted to get what we call in the U.S. a hoe, H-O-E. And Wilma kept saying, I don't think they call it here, so don't call it a hoe. So I said, I was going to do a thumbnail for this video to say my search for a hoe, but Wilma said I wasn't allowed to do it.
No.
So we went down to Zamboguita, and I didn't see any, but I was asking a few of the vendors there, and all they are is little bamboo huts that they just bring their goods to. And they had bolos and different machetes and things like that, but I didn't see any hoes. So I'm trying to explain to like 3 different vendors, because she kept saying, don't say the word hoe. So I'm saying a garden utensil, it's shaped like this, and you strike down to the dirt. And then finally one of the ladies says, oh, you're looking for a hoe? So we found out that they do call that garden utensil a hoe. So we did find it,
Yes.
and we bought it. So it works real nice. So we'll show that today on the update. Something small, but we had fun with it because she kept saying, don't say the word. And it's very hard to try to explain that you want to buy something when you can't use the actual word of the item. But it's real nice, and we already used it down at the garden. And when we show you how the garden's doing, we'll show you our purchase. So we had a real good day yesterday.
Yes, we have our friend Sandy and Ellen.
Yes.
Just Sandy's birthday yesterday.
Yes, we had a good time.
We had a good time here.
Yeah, we had a nice lunch, and then we went swimming, and then we all went to Atlantis for dinner.
Yes.
So Sandy, happy birthday once again.
Yes.
And we had a real good time. So also a quick update with John. John continues to improve. Wilma is going back and forth and messaging on Facebook Messenger, and he's definitely doing better. And we're going to get down there and see him this week,
Yes.
so we get a chance to visit. We also been real busy. We went down and saw Kelly, our friend Kelly's house.
Yes.
What a beautiful home. And I know Kelly
Beautiful.
watches our channel all the time, and he's been up here. Remember, he came up with that snake device to try to get the wires through. Do you remember Sandy? And he's a construction guy, so he knows a lot about construction. And he's getting very close to moving his home. And he's probably 3/4 of the way down the mountain on our road. It's the road that we take. So we go by his house all the time. So we stopped in there today, and he was showing us his home inside. Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah,
This is
so I'm going to
beautiful.
try to do some video. I haven't talked to him about it. I don't know what he feels like about me videoing his house. But if he's okay with it, I'd love to show it because it's absolutely gorgeous. And I think you guys would really enjoy taking a look at it for sure. So last night what we did when we went down to Atlantis, because we were here until dark, and then we went down to Atlantis for dinner. We turned on all our lights out front, and we added them all up, and it's 27 lights.
Yes.
If you add the 4 solar, the ones down by the end of the property, and then all the lights by the house and on the columns, it's 27 lights. So we turned every one of them on and went down for dinner. And then we said, hey, when we come up the mountain, there's got to be an area that's clear. And we know of one spot where we say we think we see our home because we can see like white beams. And heck, it's got to be, I think we measured at 6 kilometers away.
Yes, it's about 6 kilometers.
Yeah,
yes.
6 kilometers down the mountain, there's kind of a clearing and you can see the side of the mountain. And we always say, hey, that white spot on the mountain, it has to be our house. So we turned all the lights on, and then when we came back, it was, I don't know, 9 o'clock?
It was 9, yeah.
Yeah, 9 p.m. last night, so obviously dark. And when we got to that spot, we looked up on the mountain. It was a clear night, and boy, did we see the home.
Yes.
It was lit up like like a Christmas tree. So we could definitely see the lights. So we thought that was fun.
Yeah.
So we've been keeping ourselves busy doing projects here and there. And we're going to go out there and just show you some of the small things that we've done. So let's.
Yeah, you don't forget to talk about the Kobo plan.
Oh yeah, we've been talking more and more about our Kubo.
Yes.
Are we going to do one or not? I mean, we're 50-50 right now on it. I want to make sure that the bamboo is treated. I don't want to buy a Kubo where the bamboo's not treated and then it attract a lot of bugs. What do they call them? Bugs.
Yeah.
So we don't want that. So one, we want it treated. Of course, price is another concern. And then I think we have the perfect area. So we kind of mapped it out a little bit. We're going to show you that on today's update. But then lastly, we're not sure if it really goes with the modern theme, but it's a native Kubo and it's away from the house. I think it would fit nicely. So we're still thinking about it. It's just going to give us another area for shade. Plus, when we have people over, we have more area to sit, again, in the shade. So we're still thinking about it. We're about 50-50 on it. And obviously, we don't want to just purchase from the first business that we see. You know, we want to go to 2 or 3 like we've done with everything else. We always go with a minimum of like 3 different vendors or companies to try to just get an education, to get prices, and see what they have to offer. Things may be a little different. Maybe we can get a better deal just by going to more places. So we'll probably hit 2 more Kubo places because they make them all over the place.
Yes, I've seen them all over.
Yeah.
There's one in Valencia also.
Cebulan. And right outside of Dumaguete. So there's 4 right there. So we'll probably hit all 4 of them just to get a better education, get prices and things like that. So let's get out to the front of the house and show you guys some updates. All right, the rainy season is here, but last couple days, not too bad. It was blue skies most of the day today. The clouds are just starting to roll in a little bit. And I took a couple of photos earlier today of how the ocean looked. And again, always live is so much better than a photo. So it's a nice view here, but I just want to show you quickly what Oppo Island looked like just a couple of hours ago. And that was the first time that the ocean looked like that. Right now it's just looking like a blue-gray, but earlier today it was all streaked all the way from here all the way across with blue and gray and blue and gray. I don't know if that's salt water coming in at a different level of salt. I just don't know, but it was all streaked. And it caught my eye, so I took a couple photos. And I'm probably going to have to get a better camera because you guys know I use my Samsung phone to do videos. It was just absolutely amazing. So this is holding up real good, the patio paint. Really holding up nice. We're so happy we did it. Remember, guys, we're going to do another coat here because it's a little streaky. It's not bad. I think it looks good, but we did buy another gallon. So we're going to go ahead and do another coat on this. And we could have done it today, but we just was goofing off and went for a ride in the truck. I wanted to show you, I have the pool pump off. Typically when I show you videos, the pool pump is on, and that gives, a little bit of a ripple into the water. Just look at the clarity of the water. That's at 6 foot deep right there. So see the mosaic tile? I mean, if you threw 1 peso down there, you could see it. This water is just so easy. A lot of people ask about it, and on our live stream, they asked about, how much maintenance is it. We've been lucky. It's no maintenance. I run the pump 2-3 hours a day, like I said before, and I put chlorine in it twice a week. And I put about 6 to 8 ounces, and it's just it stays very, very clear. And then a few people said if you get a lot of rain, which we have lately, it'll throw off the pH. And the pH hasn't moved from the day we put the water in. It's 7.2 every time I test it. So one of the things I think I mentioned shortly is Wilma had to peel off the coating that we put here. You can see the difference from here to here. This cured the waterproofer, the sealer, the clear sealer. Just with all the rain, it just would not cure. And then it started to bubble a little bit. So just like, if you got real white skin and you get a real bad sunburn, like I have many times in my lifetime, and your skin peels off, that's exactly how this came off. So we got most of it off. And then I got in here with the power washer, and it took the rest of it off. So this is just raw concrete, just like the driveway. You can see it's a little wet here because I washed the truck today. That's the cleanest truck in Darwin. I clean it like every day because now we don't have a lot of projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the camera to Wilma, and I'm just going to show you, because this is Wilma's suggestion for the Kubo. And I think it's a great idea because you can see this is our ocean view right here all the way across. So if we put a Kubo here, it would only be blocking, if I go straight onto it, it would be out this way. So we'd be blocking views this way, and this is our neighbor's home over there being built. Not a bad idea, right? And then even if we go up to the carport, or if I jump up on our 2-meter overhang, right, it would be right about here where the Kubo roof would be. It's like, say, where my hand is, this way. Wouldn't block any view at all, even at the corner of the house here. So this area would definitely work. And then what I was also thinking, there's electric run to this column right here. Coming down the column is electric. So what I could do is on this side is come across and come down. It would have to be patched, of course, and repainted. But I could run conduit here in the dirt down to the middle and come up into the Kubo and have electric in the Kubo. And it wouldn't cost much to do because it's really easy to run in the dirt. So, and there's, again, electric right here. So I'm going to turn the camera over to the boss, and then she's going to allow me to show how big this Kubo is in the area that we're thinking about putting it. All right, so first, before I show you the dimensions of the Kubo, I just want to say, Wilma picked my clothes out today. I usually pick out my clothes. I haven't been she bought me about 6 pairs of these shorts, and I haven't been wearing them. So like I said, we went down and did some errands today. So she goes, I want you to start wearing, I usually wear solid shorts. So just take a look at these shorts, right? It looks like I should just live in Miami and put sandals on with black socks and just get it over with and move downtown Miami. And then, for more, she made me wear a red shirt. So the Kubo that we looked at, the one that was a little smaller, was 9 foot wide and 7 foot deep. So 9 foot is right here. This is 9 foot. So this is how wide it is. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. And we would probably have the Kubo close to the driveway. We wouldn't want it right onto the driveway because then backing out with the truck would be an issue. So we'd have it offset maybe 2 feet from the edge of the driveway. And then I would just make some concrete steps leading from the Kubo down. And then 7 foot deep, not a problem. So say we go 2 feet and then another 7. That's right here. 7 foot. So it still leaves plenty of room because there is an overhang, right? There was, I think it was like an 18-inch overhang off the back. So let's call it 2 more feet of overhang. So 2 feet overhang would take it to here. So then the rainwater would run and drop right here and go right down the fence line. So really that 7 foot by 9 foot Kubo would be perfect in this area. So like I said, we're still considering it, and we'll let you guys know what we decide. So this is the tool I was talking about. I call it a hoe, and we were trying to find it with a metal handle. This seems to be the tool of choice here for gardens. They use it for basically going around and digging. We found 2 different types, a thin one and a wide one. So we went ahead and bought the wide one. So, and it has this big steel pipe. So I think they wanted 850 pesos, but we offered him 700 and he took it. Probably should have offered less, but they took it right away. And you can see it's all steel, but they welded it. And a lot of them that you see here is bamboo handles, and we didn't want that because watching the guys use it here during the construction, they were constantly working on fixing the bamboo. So we wanted to try to find metal, and we got very lucky. So this was the garden utensil that we've been searching high and low for quite some time. So for those of you who do not live in the Philippines and have not seen heavy rain, and again, it rains hard in other countries as well, but this is a fence, and if I walk up to this fence, it's I'm going to say it's about close to 6 feet, a little under 6 feet. Look at the water line from the rain the other night. Look at the ground and look at the water line. The water from just one rainstorm that's 2 feet, guys. From there to there, easy 2 feet. Water line. One storm. And it rained, I'm going to say 3 hours. And the rain comes, there's our house, obviously comes down this way, and just made a wall of water. And remember I told you guys that the pressure of the water, a lot of fences will actually topple over, the concrete fences, because of the amount of water. So you can see how much. So there is weep holes here, but they obviously must be clogged. So now that makes me think I need to go check my weep holes and make sure that they're not clogged. So when we get big storms, we're not going to have any issues. So I just wanted to show you that's one storm, about 3 hours of rain. All right, our neighbor's work site, and there's Sandy following us around. So a 2-story home, making a lot of progress. So they have, looks like all the columns on the first floor, and then the second floor, the floor is concrete, and it looks like, I believe, they're done pouring the columns on the second floor. So now they're starting to form up the beams for the second floor. And then this is another lot that friends with the Russian couple, Ukrainian guy, his name is Alex. Met him several times, very nice guy. So it looks like he's getting ready because they just cut down all the brush, and I'm going to assume that means they're getting ready to do some work here. So it could be another home in this area being built soon. But take a look. This is going to be a big house, real big house, and I believe they're good friends, and they're going to build a pool right here. I believe it's going to be on the property line, and they're going to share it. One pool for 2 homes. That's my understanding. But look how big that house is, 2-story. Wow, looking really nice. So the guys are definitely making progress. I know a lot of you guys said, hey, show us the progress. Let me zoom in. Look at all that cocoa lumber. Man, there's a lot of cocoa lumber to form all that up. And when they pour a lot at one time. So they spend, you know, a lot of time getting it all formed up. And then they come in and basically will pour it all. It seems like they do it all in one day or maybe 2 days. So they may go a whole week with no concrete work because they're getting all the forms together, trying to do the whole level of the house at the same time. So definitely getting some movement here in our subdivision. And subscriber, one of our subscribers, bought these 2 lots. That's my understanding. So someday there'll be one home here, second home, third home, then one in between us, and then us, and then there's one lot on the other side. So nice progress, huh?
Yeah.
Getting a lot done. And it looks like they got their temporary electric. And then just like we did, they buried their line as well, which is real smart, to this pole. And I believe that that transformer is for the owner of the subdivision, because he wants to have his own electricity over in this area. So there'll be another transformer here at some point, or actually 2 transformers because of the 2 homes here. So definitely some movement and nice progress on our neighbor's home.